Okay, now we're gonna get into the Conrad Grundenberg weapon book. So weapon means coat of arms, and book, right? Book. So the weapon book of Conrad Grundenberg, 1480. It says here 1480, and this is I believe a university site. I have two versions of this. I have one right here. This is at Heinrich Heine Universität Düsseldorf. All right, and again, there's Conrad Grundenberg weapon book. All right, so I found this image right here, as you can see. Look at that. All right, see that? All right, go back to this other version. All right, and we get two images right here right away, as you can see. See that? All right, more close up, you can see. On the next page, we got this one right here. All right, and this is another page. And you know who this is right here? I'm gonna show you guys, man. This is 32, right? You see this number 32? That's what I was looking for, because it told me that I would find Prester John on page 32, or number 32. Prester John, look at this. King David, is this Prester John? 32. I'm gonna show you. Where did you get that, Kurimeo? How do you know that's Prester John? Look at that. All right, so you see back on page 3 of this book, where the contents are, it said right here, Prester Johann, or Priest John, John Priest, Prester John, Trechtenbild 32, right? You see 32. Johann the Prester 31 and 32. Johann Prester. All right, you see that? Go back to it. The priest king, the Prester Johannes, aka King David. All right, you see how he got kings under him? King of kings, right? You see they all got crowns. They all copper colored, so-called Negro. All right? Prester John, aka King David, in this book of coat of arms. Look, he got jewels and gold, all decked out. See that? Copper colored. so-called Negroes. Look at that royalty. You see that? Who's sitting on the throne? Prester John sitting on the throne. He got kings under him. These are all kings. You see that? Paying tribute to Prester John. King David, 32. As you can see, this is from 1480. They know what's up. This is on the next page. All right. This is on the next page right here. An Indian. Next page, we got a guy right here riding on a camel. Yeah, it might be a camel too. Camel. What is that, a camel? Or a dragon, huh? And on page 33, we find this again. All right, there's another one right here, as you can see. Look at that. All right, and another page right here, the other version of the book again. As you can see here, another noble, so-called black family coat of arms. All right, just take a look. Another representation here to the left, as you can see, both black and white, right? So-called black and white families, if that is what they're representing, right? But you can't say it's just white, right? Right, another representation here. Two heads of a family coat of arms, and down here, all the way to the right down here, with the dragon lion right under him, right? So swarthy, right? Swarthy complexion. This one was pretty interesting. All right, you can see he's holding up the sword. Litaro, or what's that? Model? What's Litaro? And this is the crest, both represented here. He's holding up the shield and the sword. So swarthy. All right. All right, we got another representation here. Coat of arms. I see the peacock. If you haven't seen my thought videos, you'll know why I keep saying that. All right, and look at the crest. Two swarthy men in the European coat of arms. All right, take a look. Nice art right here. Symbology, right? A lot of symbology in this. And another page again. The Conrad Grundenberg coat of arms book. And here you go again. Another swarthy European family, European coat of arms. So you can see here, look at that. And I'm in another page right here, and another coat of arms, as you can see, represented in this book. Okay, curly hair, swarthy complexion. Continuing, got another one here all the way to the right. Another European coat of arms from Germany. The Conrad Grundenberg coat of arms book. All right, so swarthy, as you can see. Very cool one right here. I don't know, was this a mermaid? Is that a mermaid? But got like the fish fin, right, coming out of him. Swarthy. Another coat of arms, right? Von Hoffmann or Hoffmann? Von Hoffmann? I don't know if that's what it says. I think that's what it says. Got another coat of arms right here, as you can see in this book, in this collection. So swarthy, so-called Negro, right? Again, from Europe. Got another one right here, all the way to the right, as you can see. I don't know what that says, Azor or Amor, Azor, more, Azor. And look at the crest as well, who's painted on that. Again, this is from Europe, European coat of arms. Next page, we got this one right here, all the way to the left, as you can see. That's Mr. Hammer von Morgenstern. All right, as you can see, so swarthy. And the other crest. What if these people were represented? How many would be swarthy, you think? Just real quick, this is the coat of arms book of Des Gesamenten Adels. All right, that's his name. This is from the 1800s, 1820s. Again, facsimiles of coat of arms, much like the ones we've seen already. Gonna go to some real quick on this book, real quick. Right over in page 30. Adelich von Mohr, Diplom von Leopold, 1666. Leopold, King Leopold, huh? Von Mohr. Diplom von Leopold, 1666. All right. Look at that. This one says von Mohr, Diplom von König Max Joseph, 1822. Right, and the same word von Suneg u Morberg. Right, Suneg u Morberg. All right, look at that. Ritter von Nemer. All right, Ritter von Nemer. All right, coat of arms. You see that? Who's in here with bows and arrows? What appears to be a Star David. Right, and a little bit more of the coat of arms book of Des Gesamenten Adels des Königreichs Bayern, which is what we were just looking at. It's just a different version of it, which has some different ones I want to show you. And it says here, von Staff, Genant von Reitzenstein, von Staff von Reitzenstein, and you can see, so swarthy, so-called Negro family, all right? Again, von Staff, Genant von Reitzenstein, okay? Here we got von Moret zu Farnbach, all right, Farnbach, all right? Look at this, queen. Look at the queen on this, represented here. There's some feathers here, right in the top. Look at this, queen. Von Moret Farnbach, Farnborn, or Farnborn, Farnborn. Look at that. I just never showed you this in school, huh? Never showed you this, Germans in school. You know, it's a lot of actual coat of arms and a lot of books to go through and search through. We're not done. These are just some examples, you know, we're going to get into, you know, as you can see here. Let me just zoom into some of them, you know, and we're going to go to the actual sources so you guys can know and have these sources, not just, you know, on Pinterest, because, you know, we like to prove the naysayers, you know, we got to show them the primary sources, you know, all the time. Right, we're going to continue to show more and more crests. We're going to try to look for the actual sources, though. That's the difference. We're going to try to look for the sources. And I actually got a lot more already to show you. A lot of more books, actually. A lot of more family crest books that I didn't even know existed. There were so many actually coming out of Germany and all these places. You know, we're just learning. We're discovering all this stuff. I know a lot of you already knew this stuff, but it gets so deep. And just making it clear and showing the actual source and showing that this is real history You know, people adding their African narratives. You know, that's all conjecture. That's all conjecture. You know, we know that all so-called black people did not come out of Africa. All right.
Now, basically wanted to show, I've had this for a while. This is like, you know, a lot of people see those family crests and the websites or internet. Well, this is one of the books that has those crests that contains those images. I have the other books, probably showed in other videos. This is the crest of Great Britain and Ireland, Dominion of Canada, India, and Australasia. Australasia. What do they mean by that? Get that, Australia. And what's it called? Australasia or Australius, Antarctica drop. Derived from best authorities and family records. All right. This is an official, the Barnes or Fairbairns crest, family crest. All right, collection. This is one of them right here. All right. The Archer. Now, if you go to the book, you can see what family it is. Number 5, it'll tell you in the book. You can go check it out. All right. These ain't slaves. These are family crest, you know. All right. And so this is an example of one of the pages. Just wanted to show you guys. I zoomed in into some of them. The whole book is filled with this. All right. And this is a close-up of number 7. All right. So what I've been trying to tell everybody is, you know, so what happened to all these dynastic so-called black families and all these dark Welsh and these swarthy Europeans? You know, that they just disappear and go to Africa? Is that what we're gonna believe? Is that what we're logically gonna say? And because when we're talking about indentured servitude and Europeans coming over here, I'm not just talking about light-skinned, pale Europeans. I'm talking about what they were calling the Black Dutch, the Swarthy Germans, the Black Irish, the Black Scots. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands, hundreds and thousands. I'm telling you, we've got the numbers. In case you haven't seen my videos of white servitude, indentured servitude, and I got a lot more coming. And it's just overwhelming the amount of so-called black Europeans that were sent over here to work in plantations, tobacco, sugar plantations, to be, you know, as convict prisoners of war, these Jacobites and all that. If right, I got in the screen right now. Again, it's from the very famous Family Crest book of, you know, Great Britain. All right. And so again, this is what you find in this book, you know, different crests. All right. And we're gonna zoom into a couple of them again. All right. Now, when I be saying, do you remember who you are? All right. We're all in a journey, right? We're all learning. I'm a student too. Doesn't mean I got all the answers just because I got all these videos and I'm reading all these books. I'm continuing to learn, and I'm starting to see a bigger picture here. A real bigger picture. All right. And I hope that everybody understands what I'm saying and showing. All right. And I'm not saying this is a large percentage of what you and your family, but I'm saying is everybody got to do their own genealogy. Find out. Because they grouped a lot of people together and called them so-called Negroes. They grouped a lot of people together, called them mulatto. Grouped a lot of people together and called them white. You know, so this is another crest right here. So again, but I just wanted to go straight to the source because a lot of people would say, well, that's how do we know that's real? And we got this from the archives. They scanned that book. Whether I mean, they knew we were gonna do this. I mean, so they must want us to learn. Oh, you say, you think when they say let's scan all these university and all these old primary sources, you don't think they were like, well, what if they start reading them? Because we never read these books before. We never even saw them before. And what did they say? How do you hide sign from the so-called Naga? Right? What did they say? They say put it in a book, right? That's the joke they always use. Well, we didn't even have access to the books. Before, I'd had to travel to England to go to their library to get one specific book. Then I'd have to go to Harvard to get another one. Who can do that? Who can travel around the world to these different libraries in India and Egypt and all that, right? And well, you know who did and kept all this knowledge to themselves, because some people did do that. They had the means and the finance and the hookup connections, right, to be able to do that, but not us. All right, so the seals are open. Was this the Triune? Number 14. This means something, though. All right. Again, this is what it looks like. Again, this is the Royal Book of Crests of Great Britain and Ireland, Dominion of Canada, India, and Australasia, derived from the best authorities and family records by James Fairbairn. All right. 1883. 1883. All right. And what I'm showing you now right here, if you don't know. So this is from the Benedict order of the popes. So Ratzinger, this is his crest. This is the crest he brought to the Vatican when he became pope, because that's the Benedict line, because the original Benedicts were just like how you see the person on this. Coat of arms of Pope Benedict. Says the personal papal coat of arms of Pope Benedict was designed by Archbishop Andrea Cordero Lanza di Montesembano, who was later created a cardinal soon after the papal election in 2005. All right, the coat of arms of Pope Benedict. All right, coat of arms of His Holiness Benedict. Armor bearings have been in common use by soldiers and the nobility since the Middle Ages. This has given rise to a very specific heraldic language to regulate and describe civic heraldry. And this very last image right here is guided from the Vatican website. And this is a crest, right? This is an example. I threw this in there. This is the coat of arms of Ivy William, 1485, the Ivy family. All right. And this crest right here, it says arms of Silas Titus of Boucher, 1623-1704. Titus was captain of Dill Castle and gentleman of the bedchamber to King Charles II, an English politician. All right. This is another family crest. This is arms of Jean III, the Grailly, capital de Bush. Sir Jean III, the Grailly, capital of the Bush KG of Paris, was a cousin of the Counts of Foix and a military leader in the 100 Years' War, who was praised by the chronicler Jean Froissart as an ideal of chivalry. He was made lord of Nemours of Charles V of France, Count of Bigorre by Edward III of England, Constable of Aquitaine in 1371, and was also founder and the 4th Knight of the Garter in 1348. All right, these are not just anybody, like historic people in those places. All right, look at this crest right here. You can see the top right here. All right, so that's a woman. And you see how she got that like Pope looking hat with the fish head, Dogon. What does that mean? All right, Family Crest. It says from the secret book of honor of the Fugger family of Kirchberg and Weissenhorn, paintings by John Brew the Younger, Osberg 1545-1549, which supplements 16th-19th century. It says a good translation yields the woman with the hat, not the queen, as the matriarch Ursula von Harrach. All right, this is another crest right here. See the top right here, the person on the top, and then around the bottom, like two different families, I guess, coming together. It says combined coat of arms of the Toucher and Ryder families by Albrecht Dürer, 1499. All right, we got another one right here. You see his hat. It's just like the Fergia hat, the Liberty cap. Portrait of Hieronymus Holzschuher, coat of arms, Germany, 1526 by Albert Dürer, Berlin. All right. This is Saraceni. It's Saraceni. Saraceni coat of arms from the book Insignia Lucentium Italian, 1550-1555, the Bavarian State Museum. Saraceni family. Got another one right here. And this is the Turchi coat of arms from the book Insignia Licentium Italian, the Bavarian State Museum. The Turchi. The Turchi.
The Negro Question by Lee Cummins.
Now this is the family Gilbert crest, as he's saying, Irish coat of arms. All right, get a little close up, you see? This is the Gilberts from Ireland. You can look this up. It says this is an image of black Irish coat of arms from the Gilbert family. 3 of the Gilberts related to this coat of arms have been traced to Barbados. Thomas Gilbert, Barbados 1635, all right? Do the genealogy, do the research, follow up if you want to prove it. Francis Gilbert, Virginia, 1736, and Robert Gilbert, Barbados, 1678. He's letting you know these are black Irish, these people that landed in Barbados. The timeline fits with the eyewitness accounts of the Irish being shipped into the slave trade, but I have greater witness than this, he says. I got this other image of coat of arms. It's the first Earl of Annesley in Ireland. It says here, let me just zoom out. With Annesley coat of arms and signature image, location Chichester monuments. Remember the Chin, all this family in England, the Chins, Ireland. This is an image of Lord Belmont, of the first Earl of Annesley in Northern Ireland. The Annesley family coat of arms is to the left of Lord Belmont's image. The coat of arms and the image of the Earl speak for themselves. It is becoming apparent that the last names of the black nobility of Europe have been assumed by the conquering English. This book is called Nature Knows No Color Line. Very good book. Had it for a while. A lot of people recommended it. This is from J.A. Rogers. And right away, just wanted to show this, which he has in his book, which I've shown in my previous videos. Swart to Europe and other videos. And a lot of people are just showing these. Again, Negroes in coat of arms is here of noble families. Gregor Scher, right here. Down here says John Franz Ecker, Caffin, Litteneck, 1695-1727. Says German note, the crowns and the Archbishop Mitris. Up here, Waffenberg. All right, you see that? Strasoldo the third. Cliffstein, Central European, it says here. This is another one right here. And Negroes in coat of arms of noble families. Yeah, Grismala, I believe it says here. Wise, Gerber, Viller, Bovis, and Citavia. Right, you see all that? This is the original people. Graf Korytowski, Taurnier, or Tonner. All right, Central European. Again, the Morils, Moor, Moren, Mina. Families with names of Negro origin, Upper Holland, Center, Middle, Portuguese, the other German. All right, all over Europe. Again, all over Europe. Why would they put their slaves all over their family crest? Because these are not the slaves. These are the actual people. And we got another one right here. And this one says again, Germany. It says Johann Theodor Herzog Bayern, Cardinal Bishop. All right, and it says coat of arms of German cardinal. Note the crown of the Negro head. All right. And on this side we have more Sautern, Schwartz. You see that? Schwartz, Swarty, Schwartz, Stewart, Swart, Stewart, Swart, Swartz, Swartz, Spanny, Morenkopf, Moringer, Metal, Assambua, Amorim. Oh, look at that, he's pale skinned. The Amorim. Amorim is pale skinned. Look at that crest. Germany and Portugal. We got another one right here, Negroes and coat of arms of European cities. Alcarbi, St. Peter, Mitri, Neuquastel, Wise. All right, the Wise family. You see all these family crests. Center left, arms of Aragon, Spain. Aragon, right? Center right, arms of Kammersburg, Austria. St. Peter, foremost saint and founder of the Catholic Church, is shown as jet black Negro. All right, St. Peter, a Negro. Jet black Negro, St. Peter, over here. Up here we have Stadttewappen, Champagne, Langen, Coburg, Avenges, Pappenheim. All right, you see that? Why does this almost look like a teepee? Huh? And then you see the faces. All right, take a very good look. And it says here, center right, the Black Madonna and Christ of Alt-Auten, Bavaria. Lowest says left, St. Maurice in the coat of arms of Coburg, Germany. All right, again, the Black Madonna and Christ over here, suppose. Right. Break the spell. It's right in front of you.